Salutations dear integrators, and congratulations with the new Apache Camel Karavan release. This release brought three main features. First and foremost, the new Apache Camel Karavan release is based on Apache Camel 4.0.0, which opens up a world of possibilities for enhancing your integration projects with the latest capabilities and improvement from the Apache Camel ecosystem. Second major feature is the availability Caravan in Docker. This addition simplifies the deployment and management of Caravan, makes it even more accessible and efficient for your integration needs. And we will delve deeper into this topic shortly. In this release, we introduced the new Project Topology View, which provides a top-level overview of integrations within your project. This visualization helps you understand the structure and connections in your integrations at a glance, improving project management and collaboration. Now let's move on our main focus today, which is exploring the benefits and requirements of using Caravan and Docker. While Caravan and Docker. The motivation behind incorporating Caravan and Docker is simple. It enhances affordability. Containers are standard de facto for modern application development. However, not all organizations have already adopted container management systems like Kubernetes, OpenShift, Nomad, etc. For some organizations, these complex container management systems are not even necessary. However, they still require data integration. That is why we have created Caravan for Docker. It is designed to operate on physical or virtual servers with Linux operating system and serve as a multi-user integration platform. Now let's move on to the exciting part, a live demonstration. In this demonstration, we will showcase how to set up Caravan and Docker and how to design a simple integration, and we will see a few hidden gems that could make integrations more efficient. So let's start Caravan and Docker. First of all, we need a Linux or macOS machine with Docker engine installed. Then we need to create a network. I'm just copy-paste the command for that, and it is done. And the second one, we can start Caravan with demo features, mean with built-in Git repository and image registry. I will copy-paste the command, and as you can see, I add an additional parameter, Maven cache, just to improve the performance for built-in images. So let's wait a little bit to pull the image in our machine, and then while it's starting, we can already wait for the services to up and running. So what's happened now? Caravan pulls InfiniSpan image and the creates a Git repository with Gitia and also started required image registry. And now we ready. So we have an empty projects. Let's create one, call it demo. With the project ID up, it's done. It contains application properties and Docker configuration. Let's create a very simple demo integration. Our favorite timer to log, and the second is log. And let's run it in development mode. We just need for the first time to wait while Caravan pull a developer image. It is done, and then let's synchronize Camel dependencies, start Camel JBang, and in a few seconds we should have our application up and running. Yes. As you can see, it's up and running. Let's close log and add some additional stuff. For example, we need an endpoint, custom processor. Sometimes we need a custom code in our low-code integration, and we create a class, hello world from Java code. This is auto-generated code snippet. We change it, and we could reload, and we could see that now it executes an integration with our code. And as well, we can close the log and go to the project, to the dashboard page. We could see the containers up and running, and the memory used. We could see the JVM parameters, when we can see the Camel context, state, exchanges, processing time. We could go to the trace, and for our container we can do auto refresh, and we could see all exchanges that passed through our integration. We can open and see every phase. Like route starts with a hello, and then it calls the process with this ID, and then you can see that body was changed, and this is headers of this exchange. So we have created a very simple integration, let's say basic one. Now we can stop and delete the developer container, and now we would like to build this integration. First of all, we need to push the code into the Git repository. Now you can see that it pushed, last update, commit ID, everything is fine. Then we go to the build tab, and here we can see the tag ID, and we can build our container. What's happened here? It's clone our project, then export it into classic Maven project, and then build from there using Camel Maven plugin. After that, as soon as we have a fat jar file, it will create an image and push it into the repository. In our case, it's building default Docker repository in Docker. Up, and yeah, it is done. And as you can see, we have an image in our repository. We can change the tag. For example, let's call it dev1, and we build another image. Again, we can see what's going on in the build process. It might take some time, again about 20 seconds. Maybe more than 20. Yep, done. And we have two images in the repository for this project, and I would like to use this one, and I want to commit these changes into my repository, and then I could go to the container page and actually run my project, and this will run our production image that we just built. That's why it started way faster, in like half a second, and it is running, and actually our integration is done. And actually we can go to the containers page and see all containers that we have in the Docker. So this is our demo project that is running. We have internal Git container. We have Infinispan for caching. We have Caravan itself. and we have a registry for our container images. What else we can do in Caravan and Docker? We could manage build process. So actually, if we go to a templates page and we go to the templates, we could see that we have Docker build shell script. This is actually a build script that executes when you click build button. So you can customize this script according to your requirements. I don't know, either add some additional checking or testing, or sometimes you need just to understand what is the problem. For example, I want to put environment variables that we have in the container to understand what's going on in the container. So we change the script. I push changes into the repository, and then when I go to my project and start build, I could see that put the environment variables before starting the build script. So you can customize and do whatever you want with this script and make it fit your project requirements. What else we have here? We have a services page where we have a list of built-in developer services. Sometimes when you do integration, you need actually a system that to connect with. In this case, we have Artemis, we have Kafka, Postgres, and Greenmail. So we can actually run these containers and to prototype or develop our integration with these dev services containers. So you can also click, see the log of the container, Artemis, up and running, we're good. So now we could work with these developer services. And also, yeah, when we're done, we could just delete the containers. And if we want to customize these developer services, we go to the template page, services, dev services, and this is just a simple Docker Compose file. You can edit it. Most of the Docker Compose features are supported, some not yet. So if you face some issues, don't hesitate to open an issue in the GitHub. So yeah, this is pretty much it for the Caravan in Docker.